נצליח והשם עלינו ברחמיו ירוויח. Okay, so Purim. We're going to explain the name, but when does it happen? Anyone have any idea when the story of Purim started? Not the miracle, there's a different. When is the story of Purim actually started?
After the exile?
No, nothing. Huh?
After the exile?
After the exile, exactly. Exactly, when? Okay, so we're talking about, if you want figures, if you want dates, it's around 2,383 years ago. 2,383 years ago. That's when the beginning of the Nes Purim started. That's the beginning of the Nes. But the story started with the beginning of 3,000 years for the creation. What's happened? So we know that Nebuchadnezzar Rasha, he was the king of Babylon. He destroyed Bet HaMikdash, the first Bet HaMikdash. After the destruction, he took the entire Jewish people from Eretz Israel to exile to Babylon. And he didn't allow anyone to go back to Eretz Israel to build Bet HaMikdash. Years later come the king Koresh. The king Koresh, there is few opinion according to our sages if he was the son of the Hashverosh or Esther. Other opinion in the Gemara in Masechet Yoma say no, not at all. He wasn't their son. Okay. After 3 years that he was in rulership, his kingdom, he been murdered, and his son Kamibaz took over. And during the time of Koresh, he knew that the main success of his kingdom only if he allowed the Jewish people to go back to Eretz Israel to build the Bet HaMikdash. We here referring to the second Bet HaMikdash, okay, in the time of Ezra Sofer. Okay, that's the time of Ezra Sofer. He allowed the Jewish people to go up to Eretz Israel and to start building Bet HaMikdash. When his son took over, Kamibaz, we'll see who exactly he was. There is opinion, it's not exactly sure that he was the son of Koresh. There is all different opinion there. That was the time of Haman. Here is our friend Haman HaRasha joined the picture. We're also going to bring how many kids Haman have. You're not going to believe how many kids Haman have. The highest one that I found, according to the Mefarshim, Rabotai, listen to that carefully, 202 boys. Only boys I'm talking. I'm not talking yet about girls. 202 boys. Can you imagine how many mamzerim? Can you imagine? 202.
That's why there's shortage.
We know the 10 that we know that we hear in the Megillah, that's from Vashti. That's all what we know from Vashti. But other mamzerim from a different woman, 202. That's the highest that I found, and I bring source to it. So, sorry? From Vashti you have only 10. That's what the Megillah said. From Vashti you have 10 boys. 10
Haman
boys.
or
Haman HaRasha. You have only 10 from Vashti. From other women you have, according to one opinion, Rabotai, 202 boys. Never mind the
was
girl.
married to Nebuchadnezzar.
You understand who we're dealing here with? What the mamzer. We'll go through. Anyway.
Vashti, the king's wife.
Sorry, Zeresh Ishto. Sorry, Zeresh.
Oh,
what am I
thank
talking? Vashti was the wife of Ahashverosh. Sorry, you're absolutely right. Thanks for correcting me.
Yeah.
We're talking here about Zeresh. From Zeresh, you have only 10. Shirkoah, thanks you for correcting me. Vashti is the king of the Ahashverosh. Sorry, I'm so busy thinking now, going ahead. Okay, so what's happened there? Then Kamibaz took over. That was his son, and Kamibaz. Here Haman joining the picture, that was the time. Haman have a son, Shimei. One of his sons was Shimei. He was a reporter. He was a writer, reporter. And he managed to convince a group of people that they managed to convince Kamibaz HaMelech to stop allowing Jewish to go to Eretz Israel to build the second temple. And how did he manage to convince the king? So they say to Kamibaz HaMelech, if you allow them to leave Persia, they're going to go to Eretz Israel. They're going to pretend that they're building Bet HaMikdash, but in the meantime, they're going to join forces and they're going to cause a coup and they're going to destroy your kingdom. And that's how the son of Haman HaRasha managed to stop the building of Bet HaMikdash. This time, they managed to stop the Bet HaMikdash, the building of Bet HaMikdash, for 18 years, Rabotai. For 18 years, until all the miracle gone through, they managed to solve it. The miracle of Purim, how long did it took? Anyone have any idea? Sorry?
1 year.
1 year. Okay, that's according. If you look at it, if you read the Megillah, you're 100% right, because it sounds like 1 year. From the day that the pool until the day of the cancellation of the pool, it's plus minus 12 months. No, not at all. You can go up. Sorry? 9 years. You remember from last year? You're reading it there. Okay. So, Shirkoach, you're reading the art scroll. Shirkoach,
That's not fair.
No, why not fair? He's putting effort. So the miracle of Purim, from the day that it started to the day that Haman been hanged and the decree been changed, 9 years, Rabotai. 9 years. HaKadosh Baruch Hu actually make that kind of a miracle, didn't look like a day miracle. It's been spread over 9 years that it wouldn't look like a miracle. Okay. Now we go through who was those characters that we're reading in Megillah. So we start first of all with Ahashverosh, then Vashti, then we go on and on and on. Who was Ahashverosh? According to one opinion, I'm going to bring 3 opinions who was the king Ahashverosh. According to one opinion that we have, that Kamibaz, that we say, Kamibaz HaMelech, that he was the son of Ahashverosh. Sorry, he was a son of Koresh. He's the Ahashverosh. That's one opinion. There is other opinions say no. Ahashverosh himself, his was named Arat Hashta. And they explain what I saw, that he was actually the 7th generation to the kings of the Persian. And according to the Persian, like we saw in Egypt, they have a name to the king that's called Pharaoh. We have the first Pharaoh during the time of Yosef. Then we have the second Pharaoh, and then we have the third Pharaoh, that when he got the plagues, there is all different opinion about it. So also in the Persian kingdom, they used to call them the Ahashverosh. It's part of that dynasty, and according to that opinion, the Ahashverosh was the 7th generation king. That means that he was the 7th king according to the Persian kingdom. There is opinion that say not at all. Not at all. The Midrash say, not at all. Ahashverosh, that's his name. And they call him like this because the Gemara explained that Kol HaShomea, every person that hears his name, Ahashverosh, immediately get a headache. Hashberosho, get a headache. Why? From scared. Because everyone that have any personal dealing with Ahashverosh, it's end up with headache. Stories. All the time, problem. Who was Ahashverosh? They explained that Ahashverosh actually completely was not from that kind of heritage of the kingdom. He never came from the kingdom house. He was a normal guy in the street. But what's happened? He managed to find the treasure that Nebuchadnezzar took. He managed to find 680 of the treasure that Nebuchadnezzar hid in a river. He found it, and he became a rich man, and that's how he bought the kingdom of the Persian. So here we see that who was Ahashverosh? There is 3 different opinions. Now we're going to go who was Vashti. Vashti was the granddaughter, Rabotai, listen carefully, of Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar, there is opinion who he was. If she was the daughter of Avil Merodach or the daughter of Belshazzar. The most common opinion that said that she was the daughter of Avil Merodach, that he was the son, Rabotai, listen to that, the son of, are you okay there? The son of Nebuchadnezzar. So that means that she was the granddaughter of Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, so from here we see that who she was. She came actually from the kingdom. She have a kingdom roots into her, from Nebuchadnezzar, from the Babylonian. Okay, she make a deal with Ahasuerus that if she gonna marry him in one condition: if he gonna stop the building of Bet HaMikdash. That was the condition. She gonna marry the Ahasuerus. That wasn't according to her. We'll see when we read the Agada. When we read the Megillah, we'll see. I'm already thinking about Pesach. We'll see that there is an argument between them there. Why she didn't come to the feast that he made. So we're going to see what's happening there. How she answered him. She make a deal with him that she's going to marry him even that he's not a king in one condition. That he will stop the building of the second temple, the second Bet HaMikdash. After that, we'll explain why they called her Vashti. In the old Persian, the name Vashti means the best. When you say the best, it means Vashti in old Persian. The more modern language of Persia, when you speak Persian, it said that Vashti means beautiful. That's why they call her that name. And a matter of fact, the Mefarshim say that she was really a nice looking lady. If you call her a lady. If you want to call her. Then coming Mordechai a Yehudi. Who was Mordechai? Anyone have any idea? And why they call him Yehudi? Why they didn't say Esther a Yehudiya? Dafka Mordechai a Yehudi. Why they giving him the name Yehudi? You have to understand. Why did they say that? Mordechai a Yehudi. Was many other Jews there. Well, why Dafka Mordechai? So Mordechai was the son of Mordechai ben Yair ben Shimei ben Kish. So Mordechai Yehudi mean, you know why we call Yehudi? After Yehuda. Ata Yuducha Ahecha. That's the main reason that we've been called Jews, Yehudim. So he was from the tribe of Yehuda. But immediately you're going to jump on me and you're going to say, no, but Shimei Mishevet Binyamin, nachon. So how's it fit? Okay, so it's go like this. I'm going to explain that now immediately. So you're not going to sit on pulkes. So they explain that the father of Mordechai, he was from the tribe of Binyamin. But the mother, according to the Midrash, the mother was from the tribe of Yehuda. How do we learn that? Because it say in the Megillah it's mentioned Mordechai, Ish Yehudi, nachon? It say Ish Yehudi then. And then what did it say later on? Ish Yemini from the tribe of Binyamin, nachon? So it's come to tell us something very interesting. From his mother's side, he was from Shevet Yehuda. From his father, he was Mishevet Binyamin. So here we saw that was already after that the tribe was allowed to marry one with each other. That's where it comes. Who was Mordechai? Mordechai was member of the Sanhedrin. Sanhedrin. What is Sanhedrin?
No, he was from the top.
We'll explain. We'll get to it. Sanhedrin. Sanhedrin is what we call that they used to sit in Lishkat HaGazit in Eretz Israel. Lishkat HaGazit, that's in Bet HaMikdash. And they used to come, if people have a dispute or question, they used to come and resolve it. That was the Bet Din, Lishkat HaGazit. That's the Sanhedrin. That's according to the Gemara in Masechet Shkalim, if you want to check it up. Page 85-2, that's where the Gemara speak about it. As we all know that every member of the Sanhedrin have to speak 70 languages. You know why? Why is every member of the Sanhedrin have to speak 70 languages? Did you ever ask yourself? It was obligation for every member to speak. Otherwise, he couldn't be a member because there is 70 nations. And our sages explain that the main reason is that if there is a dispute and a person doesn't speak Sfat HaKodesh, they have to know all the languages. Why? Why not to use interpreter? Because sometimes the interpreter change the words. So they want to hear it exactly word by word. So they have to speak and to understand 70 languages. Okay. Mordechai have a different name. Do you know that? Russell, did you check what the second name of Mordechai? Okay, so I'll tell you. His second name was Ptahya. Petahya. Why Petahya? That when he used to sit and he used to explain a Mishnah, he used to explain it, that he used to open it so clearly that he used to Poteach milshon, to open. He used to open that kushia, if there is any problem to resolve, and he used to explain it so beautifully. That's what they call him Ptahya. So now we know who was also Mordechai, and why the Megillah call him Mordechai Yehudi. Now we're going to get to Esther HaMalka. Esther. Anyone know what was her second name? Her main name? Hadassah. Okay? Her name was Hadassah. So why did they call her Esther? Esther Panai, that's Sefer Dvarim. You're right. But that's not Esther. Why did they call her Esther? So in Persian, Esther, not with Samech, with Shin, mean, you know what it means? It means Kochav. Kochav is a star, referring to the moon, that she was so bright, so nice. Okay? And who she was? She and Mordechai, there was cousin. Her father and Mordechai's father was brothers.
She was his uncle. He was
There was uncles, whatever you want to call it. Cousin, uncles. Okay? What's happened with Esther? When her mom fell pregnant with her, her father died. When her mother given a birth to her, she died. Mordechai took her, he adopted her. According to one opinion, he married her. That's the most common explanation, that Mordechai married Esther. You know that? Mordechai did marry Esther, and she was his wife. We'll explain later on how can it be that a married wife gone with Ahashverosh. It doesn't make sense. We'll explain that when we go through the Megillah. Okay? Now, we say, why did they call her Esther? Milshon Hastara. Hastara, it's to hide. Why? Because she hidden her identity. We're going to explain why. That she never told anyone her identity. That's the Megillah say. Why? Did you ever ask yourself why? Ask yourself why that it said that she didn't want to reveal her nation. It's very strange. We'll explain that Be'ezrat Hashem. So the Gemara in Masechet Hulin, in page 139.2, that the main reason that they call her Esther, like our friend Gidon here say, that she hidden her identity. Okay. Now, we're going to come to the main important thing. We say, "Vatimtza Esther hen be'enei kol ro'eh," that whoever saw her actually liked her. So there is a dispute: is Esther was beautiful looking or not? According to the Gemara in Masechet Megillah 13:1, Yud Gimel Amud Aleph, the Gemara said there Yerakroket. That means that she was greenish. Yerakroket, not so Haz v'Shalom, not for me to say, but Yerakroket. She wasn't such a nice looking. As a matter of fact, the Midrash said that she was quite old. She was quite old when she stood in the front of the Ahashverosh. And those young people, young girls that they chose for the king, was much younger than her. Okay? Who was Esther? Esther was one of the 7 women prophet that we have. And she was from Shaul HaMelech. Remember Shaul, the first king that we have? That, and our sages tell us that Esther lived to the age of 150 years old. Can you believe it? So Esther lived, according to Hazal, to the age of 150 years old. And the last character is Haman HaRasha. Who was Haman HaRasha? Haman ben Amdata HaAgagi. He was the descendants of Amalek. Okay, that our first king, Shaul, actually didn't kill him immediately. In the end, he did kill him. So how, if you kill the entire, that Shmuel asked, Shmuel Ramati, ask him to kill, Shmuel Hanavi asked him to kill all the descendants of Amalek. What's happened? That when they took Agag was the king of Amalek, the nation of Amalek. And when they took him, they put him in prison and was there a slave, and he had a relationship with her as a mamzer, as usually. And what happened? She fell pregnant. And when Shaul killed Agag, the king of Amalek, he didn't know that she had a relationship, she was pregnant, and on continued that generation. Until today, we're not finishing with them. Okay, now I promised at the beginning of the show, we're going to speak how many kids you have. So according to one opinion, in Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer, Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer referring to Rabbi Eliezer HaGadol, he said that Haman have 40 kids. 40 boys. We're talking about 40 boys, not girls.
So why did they hang them all, Rabbi? Only 10.
They say that those one they hang, those 10 they hang in one day. I hope that they hang all of them, please God. I don't know what's happened. According to the Midrash and Tehillim, the Midrash and Tehillim, that you have no, you have only 10 that we read on the Megillah. There is another opinion that in the Gemara in Masechet Megillah, Daf Hey, yes, Megillah, yes. Megillah, Daf Hey, wait, is it Megillah, Daf Hey? I'm not sure. In Masechet Megillah, that there is there a mahloket that he have 202 boys. Where do we learn that? If you take the word Rav, the Gemara says take the word Rav, that's a lot. Rav Banav, that it means I have a lot of kids. So the gematria of Rav, Resh is 200, Bet is 2. From here, the Gemara said that he have 202. So, sorry, Masechet Megillah, Daf Yud Aleph Amud Aleph. That means that page 11, page 1, and Masechet Megillah. Later on in the Megillah, there is a mahloket. No, they didn't agree with that. In page 15, 2, there is a mahloket that there the sages dispute, doesn't agree with that. One opinion say that he have 30, other opinion say that he have 70, and the highest opinion come there, 208, more than 202. So I make a mistake at the beginning. Okay? That in the Megillah say that he have only 10 kids. Those 10 kids that the Megillah tell us, those from Zeresh, that was his wife. Rashi explained why that they've been hanged. And Rashi explained there, and he bring the source from the prophet, from our prophet Navi Ezra, that our sage Ezra, that he explained, our prophet Ezra, that he said it in chapter 4, verse 6, he said that the main reason that they all been hanged in one day, like you ask, how come? Because they spoke bad thing about the Jewish people and Eretz Israel. And they caused to stop building of the second temple. Here we're going through the history. Now I'm going to stop. It's exactly half an hour. Who asked me how long? Asked me exactly 30 minutes, actually a bit more, but that's where we're going to stop. So we have here, plus minus, now we understand when is the miracle happened and who's the character. Be'ezrat Hashem, next week we'll go through why is it called Purim. We'll go through it. We'll go through why we have to do a fast dafka before Purim, that it was a beautiful day. Purim is a beautiful day. We'll go through it and we'll see how's it going. And then we'll go through the Megillah. So please God, from next week, please bring with you the Megillah.